This W12 Bentley cost brand new $275,000 adjusted for inflation, and I just bought it for 12.5 grand. The bargain of the century or a financial ruin? Ruin. It's gonna be ruin. It's good. This was a smart, rational decision. Thank you. Thank you. Revitalizing. I've been eyeing at this thing for days, and weirdly, I'm very attracted to it. It's a Bentley Continental Flying Turd. Sorry, I meant Spur. 260,000 kilometers. I've never seen a Bentley with that many kilometers. Someone drove the wheels off of this thing. 559 horsepower from the W12 engine. And this was the fastest four-door sedan back in '04, despite weighing 2.5 tons. Ridiculous. Now we're in 2025 and this thing has depreciated so much and it's also broken. The description changed from yesterday. Various fault codes stored, vehicle starts and runs perfectly, but due to these faults is not roadworthy or ready to drive. Absolute fixed price. Yesterday it said that the airbag light was on, something with the brakes, and also that it's not ready to drive. But anyway, I think it's calling me because yesterday the price was $11,950. Today, as you can see, it's $10,950, and at that price, it is the absolutely cheapest Bentley Continental GT or Flying Spur in Europe by a country mile. And just look at this spec. I think I'm very attracted to this spec. Look at this beautiful green color. I mean, the car itself, it's not the prettiest thing, but the spec is just amazing. Most of these are like black or gray or whatever, but look at this one. Here's the party piece. The 6-liter W12 engine. Volkswagen. 2 V6s smashed together. But look at this interior. We have green leather, which I describe that as caramel in the BMW world. And it looks very, very luxurious. And the rear seats, the command center, even the headliner is trimmed in leather that's now sagging. Massive trunk space, TVs. AVI no signal. I mean, this thing is loaded up to wazoo. Someone properly optioned this car, and I really like it. Here you can see that the airbag light is on. I think that's something with the tire pressure monitoring system, and that's the parking brake. It's been online for about 2 months now, and despite being the cheapest one in Europe, no takers. I have spotted something though that's a little bit concerning. If you look at the front end, specifically this headlight washer cover, that's not exactly Bentley quality paint, is it now? And then if you look at the front end, this doesn't line up. The bumper and the fender, that's not sitting correctly. And then on this side, the gap is also weird and bigger than on the right side. So something happened in the front end. Oh, the grille is broken as well. And I think it's chipped there as well. I mean, it's gonna get better. The more you look at it, it's gonna get better. But at this price, it's a ton of luxury car for the money. I mean, quite literally, it's 2.5 tons of luxury car. I think we ought to give the seller a call. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ich rufe wegen des Bentley Flying Spur an. Sprechen Sie vielleicht Deutsch? English? Mein Deutsch is nicht so good.
Yeah, English spreche ich auch, yeah.
English is okay? Thank you. So what issues does the car have?
The car has some electric problems. The car starts, no smoke, no noise.
So the engine is fine?
Yeah, the engine works fine, but there are some electric problems. After 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the engine goes out. So you wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the engine starts. Because you can't drive with the car.
So the engine shuts off after 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, but the engine does not overheat or anything like that. It drives fine, right?
No, that's fine. But we don't know why. After 5 minutes, you can start it.
Okay, interesting. Awesome.
No problem. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Sounds like a bundle of joy, that car. The W12 cuts out after 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I'd call that an electrical issue. And electrical issues on a British product, the best issues to have in your life. It's gonna be another Maserati, isn't it? Yep. Why did it jump? Oh. It's scored. Hello there, Coco. Car. So yeah, let's go and see it. To the AMG. Welcome to Zollingen. Just arrived. It's a dealer selling a car on commission. I think we're here, and that's an E92 M3. That's a sign. That's a sign we came to buy a Bentley. We are going home in an M3. It looks sad and broken. I'm gonna run inside and talk to the seller and see if we have permission to film. So the owner wasn't so keen on us filming because he doesn't normally sell Schrott, junk, in his own words, and he doesn't want his business to be public. So I respect that, and he said, you can film if you buy it. So I did. Welcome everyone to the worst Bentley Continental Flying Turd in the world. It's rough. It's a lot worse than on pictures. Let me bring it out and then I'll show you. This was not a good decision, man. This is gonna be worse than Maserati. Oh, listen to the start. Ah, smooth. Rolling in my Bentley. Whoa, what was that? Stop beeping, man. Relax. You're in good hands now. Let's start with the bodywork. I was hoping at least that the paint and the bodywork in general is going to be good. It's not. It's horrible. It's horrifying. This fender, the paint is actually cracking because someone put loads of filler over there and didn't prep the surface correctly. The bumper, this is 3D printed. It's not original Bentley part. The headlight here, damaged, needs to be replaced. The grille, damaged, needs to be replaced. Big chunk of paint missing here and then touched up. Oh, the bumper is cracked here as well, so that's good. Chip here, chip here. I mean, you can't even call that chip. It's a donut. Oh, the headlights are fogging up. That's good, but that's also normal sometimes. This is coming off. The bumper is cracked here, so it needs a replacement front bumper, which it's not going to be cheap for a Bentley. But the worst part is the entire car has been painted except for the roof. I don't get it. Like, this was a very expensive car, and then someone said, okay, I'll paint this car for 3 donuts and a baguette. It's bad, man. There's a paint line that goes all the way around the roof on both ends, because that's how they decided to paint a Bentley. And then they painted on the inside as well, and if you pull rubber here, you can see a paint line. So the doors came off, and this one here does not sit right. So this door is sitting higher than this door, and also it doesn't shut very nicely. Oh no, it's not too bad. It's not great. Also, it doesn't have soft close. 200,000 euros and it doesn't have soft close. Wheels, they need a refurb. The paint is coming off. The tires, I think I saw 2023 date, but they're pretty weathered. There's like cracks all over the place, so they need to be replaced. Brakes, they're done. Big lip on the front, and the pads look kind of low. And these are probably gonna be Bentley specific brakes, and they're not gonna be cheap to replace. Windows, you can see that there's like some weird blurriness and fogging up happening there. I think because this is probably double glazing. There's some moisture in between the glass or whatever. The corner ones are particularly bad. If you come to the rear of the car, it actually doesn't look too bad. No cracks there. The bumper sits nicely, so that was never off. A bit of trim here. I think it melted. Yeah, that's melted. That's fine. Oh, I didn't show you one of the worst bits of the car when it comes to bodywork. The side skirt. This one here, damaged heavily. And this is the part that I don't get. This car was, what, $275,000 back in the day, adjusted for inflation. And they couldn't put a jacking point on the car. It just has that thin seal like on the bottom, and then you jack it up there. Of course it's gonna get damaged. It's stupid. It's not a car from the 70s. So this is completely caved in. There's some rust here on the back as well. Bit of rust on the doors here, and I think here. So that's gonna be tough to fix along with the fender. I mean, again, if you wanna make this car perfect, you gotta paint the whole thing, but you know, we're not doing that. This side is not too bad, but looking at it a bit better now, I can see there's a scratch here and a big scratch here that was touched up. So someone keyed the car or something. This mirror cap is broken. Bentley part, not gonna be cheap. Let me show you that beautiful interior. Welcome everyone to mold. Yeah, it's a little bit moldy. It's bad. It's bad. There's mold everywhere. Look at this luxurious interior covered in mold. There's mold in the cup holder, on the buttons here as well. And then if I lower this handrest, which doesn't really work, look at that. Delicious. Let's close that. That floor mat is missing, which is a bummer. I don't know how this car was spec'd. I don't know if I can buy a replacement one. But the leather overall is in good condition. The headliner is sagging pretty badly, and hopefully it's fixable. If the leather shrunk, then it probably needs to be retrimmed, which is gonna suck because that's gonna be expensive. The interior, it's not too bad overall. There's plenty of wear and tear all over the place, especially on the door card here, which is full leather. The wood trim is not in good condition, cracks everywhere. Ideally, all of that would need to be refurbished, but it's comfortable. It's a nice, comfortable seat. The B logo on the shifter is a little bit wonky. And other than that, there's not much else to report here. Oh, what is that? Give me my phone. Look at that. No, is that a phone? That's not a phone. Telephone privacy handset. This device contains something. It is a phone. So that's that taken care of. Mr. Wash. No, it's Flat Wash. No, it's Mr. Wash. Flat Wash Vertrag. Ooh, 180 euros. Someone spent the money. The service history. This car was imported from Vienna, Austria. So this is the service book. Let me show you that up close. You can see here, Bentley Vienna. And this was back in 05. This was pre-delivery inspection. The car had 53 kilometers, and then it was serviced at the dealer up until 2014 when it had 171,000 kilometers. After that, I guess the pages are missing or it wasn't serviced after that. But this is everything that I got. There are no invoices or anything like that. So everything you want to see in an expensive Bentley. The engine bay, the W12. This is how you open a hood on the Bentley. You pull the B thing, the B logo, and it's up in the air, except the shocks are dead. Oxidation, so this is an aluminum hood. So there's decent amount of oxidation going on there. Filters that look not so great, the cabin air filters. And then the W12 engine, 6 liter. It sounds good. I'm gonna start it up in a minute. The seller told me, well, the owner told him that the car just cuts out sometimes. He would drive it, everything is fine, and then all of a sudden, all systems shut down. Like everything goes black, you have to wait a couple of minutes, insert the key, and then it's gonna start again. We just had it running for about 20 minutes, 20-ish or so, and the engine is smooth as silk. It runs really good, there's no smoke from the exhaust, and it didn't shut off. But occasionally it would kind of stumble, like the voltage drops, and you can see that the RPM drops, and then it kind of, continues working normally. So the batteries need to be checked, both of them. It has 2 of them, and then alternator as well to see if it's charging. Let me start it up. It's a race car. The ignition is on the left side. You can see that the battery is pretty weak, like it's not cranking as good as it should. So the airbag light is on, the traction control light, tire pressure monitor, some bulbs are out, and then the parking brake is flashing because it says that the brake fluid level is low. And I checked earlier, and it is. The reservoir is pretty much empty. But, I mean, stop beeping, man. Listen to this thing. And don't worry, the car is warm. That should be just condensation. It's pretty cold. It smells like condensation. That should clear up once the car has been running. Well, once you properly drive the car. But have a listen. This thing is smooth, man. Really, really smooth. I don't have a coin on me, but I would definitely pass the test. So 6 liter twin turbocharged W12, 560 horsepower, which is insane for 2004. This car is 2006, but it came out in 04. The Continental GT, which is the 2-door version, and then the Flying Turd, which is the 4-door version. I personally think that the coupe is better looking. This one just doesn't look right when you look at the side profile, but 4 doors, it's more practical, more usable. Look at the brake fluid reservoir. So that's the max line, that's the minimum line, and it's completely empty. There's nothing there. So it definitely needs brake fluid, and it's a little bit concerning. Maybe it has a leak somewhere, but the brakes do work. So there's that. Let's check out the trunk. The automatic tailgate works, albeit a bit slow, probably needs fresh shocks here. And then it's a big trunk, loads of space for luggage here. I did inspect everything in the back and it all looks original. It doesn't look like it had any accidents. But you can see one battery on that side, another one, smaller one on this side. One is for like, there's a piece of wood over here. Why? Yeah, it's full of oil here. So that's good. There's also some aftermarket stuff going on here. There's a CD changer. Again, it's covered in oil, so that's, I didn't see that. There's a spare in the bottom, like a space saver thing. Just some sort of dildo looking device right over there. Someone's napkin. But this doesn't look like it's been used. Yeah, no, never used the space saver. Can't say the same for the tow hook though. Let's close that. A chopping device that. So the car is still running, as you can see, and it's been running now again over 20 minutes because we had to change the battery on the camera. It's not overheating. The temperature is at 90 degrees and it doesn't look like it's burning coolant or oil or anything like that. So the issue is definitely electrical. I bought it for 10,900 European shillings, which the cheapest one in Europe by a country mile, and the spec is absolutely amazing. It's high mileage for sure, but 11,000 euros for a luxury car that was once $275,000. It's ridiculous. As far as the issue goes, it's definitely something electrical, and I have something in mind because I've done a bit of Googling, and few owners reported who had similar, if not the same issue. This car has an exhaust gas temperature sensor, EGT, and when they go bad and the computer can't see the exhaust temperature, it'll turn the car off completely in order to save the engine from overheating or damaging or something like that. I don't know if that's that, because so the owner told me when the car cuts off, everything goes black. And in my mind, if the car goes into safety mode and the sensor is the problem, why would it cut electricity to the rest of the car, like the dash and whatnot? So maybe that's not it. Maybe it's a bad ground. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But I'm happy to say that as far as the engine goes, it sounds good. And knock on wood, we don't have to take it out, but we'll see. Obviously, the more I look at it, the better it gets. I don't know if I can still get a refund. Probably not. I already paid 1,000 euros deposit, and then I'm gonna wire him the rest when the car gets picked up, which is going to be next week. That's it for now. Next time you see this car, it's going to be in the dojo. I still cannot believe I bought a Bentley, and I'm scared it's gonna go like Maserati. So you better watch. You better watch if you want to see this car getting fixed. Also, look at that fitment with the wheels. That's ridiculous. You can fit another wheel in that wheel arch. We need some wheel spaces, like 30 mil in the back at least. The key, it's a Volkswagen key dressed up in Bentley stuff. So we have a bit of metal on the side, a Bentley logo, and a completely worn out rubber all around. But feels nice in your hand, and it's one of those pop-up thingies. And it says Richard Mille. I'm too poor to know who that is. So I'm gonna park it in its spot, and then it's gonna get picked up, and then let's start troubleshooting once it's back in the dojo. I'm actually pretty excited. I just spotted this. We have a lake in the passenger footwell. It is absolutely soaked. It's full with water. And I think this is probably gonna be from the sunroof. The drain channel is probably clogged. But the concern now is all of the electrics that are underneath of the carpet. So we'll have to pull the carpet out, get the seat out, and pull it up to dry it and see if there's any damage underneath. But this is, that's why the car has mold. I have my diagnostic tool plugged in here, and I want to try one thing before we leave. I want to clear all of the codes, then start the car and see what's the first code that comes back. That way we can maybe pinpoint to what the issue is, and I can order some parts in the meantime. The seller actually sent me pictures of codes that he got, but there's like loads of them and none of them make sense. We have to delete all of them. Oh, it says that the battery voltage is 8.2 volts. That's not good at all. And on these cars, if the battery is like even a little bit weak or bad, it's gonna create ton of electrical issues. Let's see if we can even scan the car. Scanning the whole car didn't work because the battery was too low and it was taking too long, and we gotta skedaddle in a bit. Yeah, all right, so coolant pump 2, exhaust gas temperature sensor circuit bank 1, lower limit nut. So there it is. That's the one, active. It says active. Check DCT memory of engine module 2. So that could be the issue. That could be the issue. Let's clear the codes. Now it says CCS switch and check the second DME, but the exhaust gas temperature sensor is not back. That's it. All right, let's pack up, go home. The seller went to his next appointment, so I'm gonna park up the car. My new Bentley. Then hit the M3. I feel good about my purchase. I think this was a good decision that I'm probably going to regret later. One key only. Speaking of the M3, I think it is the same color as mine, but this one is frozen. It's matte finish and it's been repainted, but other than that, it looks like a beautiful car. Interior is mint. Nice car, man. Hit the black wheels, but nice car overall. It's a DCT. I should have taken mine. But no, instead we took the Merc to stretch its legs. Well, to put some kilometers on it. And in the back of the Mercedes is homemade apple cake, which I shall devour now. It's delicious. My wife made it yesterday. It's time to go home. I'm 11,000 euros lighter, but for that price, that's so much car for the money. A luxury car for the money. A perfect day to have a Bentley delivered that's not leaking water in the interior at all. My good friend Valerio transported a car. He also has a YouTube channel where he tinkers with old junk, which you should definitely check out, but he also offers a car buying, inspection and transport service. Link down below. Thank you, Valerio. Still working? I don't know. I left it running? Oh no, it died. It definitely died. Good thing I lowered the window. My God! I left the key inside, the car turned off, and the doors got locked. Oh, that could have been so bad. I think I've experienced the issue now. This was a close call. Thank goodness I lowered the window. Stop beeping! Otherwise, I would have locked myself out of the car. All right, let's get this behemoth into the shop. Thank God for Horman doors. Do not leave the key inside. Gotta admit, this car does have presence. We gotta start with the pressing matter of water in the interior, but before we can start drying that, we need to find out where it's leaking from. So we need to open the sunroof, but we need electricity, and currently there isn't any. So that means that we're gonna start with the batteries first in the trunk. How are we gonna open the trunk when there is no electricity? I think I gotta start the car. Yes! We gotta vacuum that up. Ah, a bug! Good. This fine automobile has two batteries. The left bigger one is for the main electronics of the car. It powers everything. And then there's a smaller one on the right side, and that one is only for the starter. And that's why the car is starting, and this one should be dead. I have a multimeter here, and that's 2.6 volts. Dead. Have a battery tester here, but I don't think it'll even register that it's connected to a battery. Nope, that's dead. That one needs to be replaced. So this one is only for starting the car, and this one should be good because the car is starting. 12.9 volts, strong. What does the battery tester say? Good battery. Held condition 91%, so this one is good to go. We'll worry about this mess on some other occasion. Let's get this one out. Why is everything dangling, man? Why is this not bolted to somewhere? Oh! Well, why is this dangling? Dangulator. What's... That's a wire covered in duct tape. Think Bentley did that? Nope. Someone messed around with something here. Oh. 456 euros someone paid for this battery. Wow, that's insane. Like, this battery is about 200 euros on the internet. January 2025. This is not that old. The metal in here looks good. Here's a new one. There we are. And then there was power. Good. I think let's start the car quickly and just make sure the alternator is working and charging the batteries. 13.3. And this one is 14.7. 13.3. Well, it is charging. This car has a sunroof, actually with a solar panel. Can you imagine that in 04? This is always the prime suspect when it comes to water leaking inside of the interior. There should be 4 drain channels on each corner, and this one here should go down the A-pillar and then onto the ground. So it's possible that it's clogged, and that's why we have a swimming pool in that area there. So let's open it and see if the channels are plugged. Hello. Does work. Right there in the corner you can see a hole. That's the drain for the sunroof. On this side there should be, well, there is another one over there. So let's pour some water and see if it's coming out. It is going down. Should come out, and nothing is coming out. So that tells me the drain is clogged and the water is gonna go straight in. Yep, you can actually, look at that. That's how the water is getting inside of the interior. That drain is definitely clogged, and this format is soaking wet. Let's check the one on the driver's side. That's not good. Looks like that one is plugged as well. Is there water here? No, this carpet is not wet. So both of the front drains are plugged, which means 2 possibilities. Either the drain pipe is blocked or it came off somewhere from some connection and it's draining inside instead of outside. Either way, we should troubleshoot a little bit. So we're gonna remove the A-pillar covers. I could also blow compressed air down that hole, but when you do that, we can also blow off the connection of a fitting somewhere and then create an even bigger mess. So I think first let's remove the cover and then jam an endoscope in there and follow where it goes. Plan. So that's the screw removed. Let's see, will the cover pop out now? It is a nice cover, covered in leather. There's a speaker on the bottom. Cool. That's the drain pipe. It goes somewhere down there. So let's get an endoscope and see. All right, let's follow the pipe. So that's where it goes, into the engine bay, and that's where it's leaking from, through the firewall. So it looks like it's clogged. But again, I'm afraid to use compressed air, then potentially it'll come off this fitting if it can't blow the blockage out. Okay, I'm gonna pour a bit of water and let's see if that's where it's coming from. Yeah, see? There it is. So definitely coming from there. Riveting content this. Chasing water leaks in my Bentley. Is the pipe broken maybe? What is this? Wonder if we can see where it goes, the engine bay, or maybe we need to remove the fender liner. Anyway, let's just gently, very, very gently use compressed air and see what happens. Oh, it's just coming out faster. You can see that the connection is flexing a little bit. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Just did a bit of research and it looks like the drain for the sunroof is here in the engine bay, right next to the firewall, not in the fender liners. So let's see if we can get to it. I need to prop up the hood with something. As you do on a Bentley, prop up the hood with a piece of wood. That'll work, good sir, that'll work. So let's remove this plastic here. No! Please tell me I don't need to remove the freaking wipers to get this off. Affirmative. Ha! Let's see if I can even see the drain. Yes, there it is. There it is. So that's the drain. Let's give it a hand job. Oh, that's blocked. Look at that. Oh, it's taking a shit. All right, poop, my dear friend. Poop. Yeah, so it's clogged there. I think water should start coming out now. Right, I'm gonna pour water again and see if it's coming out. Might even add a bit of detergent there to kind of clean out the pipe. So, pour a bit of water again. Still leaking here. What about there? Is it coming out? Very, very slowly. So yeah, we need to clean that. How's it looking there? Look at that. You know what? I'm gonna go to the supermarket and get some cleaner for the pipes, for the bathroom. pour a bit of that in there. Usually it comes like a gel. That should unclog it. I have a zip tie here, so let's shove that in there and see what happens. What's that? You can't see? Well, that's okay. I can't see either. Okay. Give it a good rub-a-dab. All right, let's see if it's any better now. Yep, still leaking in the interior. Yeah, man, it's full of mud. Look at that. Wow. I went to the store and I got milk for the cappuccino later and some drain cleaner. So we're gonna pour that into the pipe. Got a syringe here. It's a little bit easier to do it like that than to pour it everywhere. Let's see how thick it is. Oh, it's not that thick. Oh, I should be a nurse. So I'm gonna jam that into the holder. There's the hole. Spritz that in there. I think that's probably too much. The packaging says that it works within 5 minutes. Let's see if that's true. Oh, wow, it's actually coming out here on this side. You can see the gel penetrating the pipe. Yep, more coming out, and it's pretty nasty looking. I'm tempted. Oh, look at that. Oh, now it's coming through. So I'm tempted to kind of expand this rubber here, this opening, but I think there might be a reason why it's like that. Probably so it doesn't send condensation up that pipe into the interior or the headliner. So maybe it's better to leave it as it is. I don't know. Yeah, look at that. It's properly dirty, man. The question now is if the drain in the engine bay is open, because I don't see anything coming out on the ground. Let's pour some water and see what happens. Water. Is it coming out? Oh yeah. Look at the difference now, huh? I'm gonna use a bit of compressed air again, just to make sure it's extra clean. Yeah, it's still coming in the interior. I really don't like how that's made. Okay, the drain is now definitely unclogged, but if I pour a lot of water really fast, it's still dripping a little bit in the interior. So I'm gonna expand that exit hole, as I also fear that it'll clog really easily again in the future if I don't do that. Much better. No, it's still dripping in the interior. Ah, bugger. Right, look at this. I'm moving the whole pipe. So this is where it's supposed to sit, and this is how it was sitting before. So I think if I push it in, then I get a zip tie to keep it in place here on the A-pillar. It should be good.
Now we're going to remove the cowl to gain better access.
There it is. There it is. Here's my idea. It's quite clear that this connection here is the weak spot, so I'm going to pull out this grommet, and since we have a hard pipe on the inside, I'm going to clean this grommet, clean that pipe, apply a bit of sealant on this grommet, push it in, and that way it should permanently seal. At least, that's what I think. Let's see if I can pull this out. There it is. That's some terrible design. Yeah, definitely not obstructed. Where's the pipe? There it is. You can feel it. Here's what we have, a rubber grommet, and then this is a sleeve in which the plastic hard pipe plugs in, and this is all deformed, and that's why it's probably leaking. It's not holding water. It also stinks. So I think I'm gonna clean all of this up, apply some RTV inside and in here, plug that in, and it should seal. Now that I'm looking at this, I think what might have happened here is that they designed a pipe that's either too short or the grommet is too short, and then they extended it with this. This is a weak spot in this connection. Ridiculous. We're gonna use Rintel seal.
Yeah, nah. Rintel seal is not ideal for this application. It's sealed, but not as well as I wanted it, so I got something else later. My plan to slip the grommet back on through the firewall didn't work, as the green line is a soft pipe too. So next I'm removing the glove box to try and access it from the inside.
Throw this away. Throw this away as well. Next we have CD chargers. Okay. With the glove box down, right there, somewhere above is the pipe I can touch with my fingers, so I should be able to slip it on.
We'll come back to sealing the pipe later. Now we're gonna lift up the carpet because
It's gonna be soaking wet, and if we leave it like that, well, hopefully it didn't already start rusting out the floor. I have Purify and Maintain from Geon. It's an antibacterial spray. So I'm gonna kill this mold here real quick. Die, mold, die. We're going to have to take apart this entire interior to clean the mold properly, otherwise we're never gonna get rid of it. So all of the seats out, maybe the carpets as well, headliner, clean the vents as well. Let's remove this plate. Could you imagine it just kind of lifts up, no? There we are. Okay, yep, clips, strong clips. Then this one, which is nearly out. I think it just pulls out. Yep, that's all wet. And now we can get the carpet up. Up it goes. Oh, wiring as well. That's great. Oh, it's so wet underneath. That's not good. Look at that. Look at that. That's how wet it is. We'll have to take the seat out as well. Floor looks okay for now, and there are no modules here, miraculously. So look in here. Thankfully, no electronic modules in here, but the whole carpet is just soaked with water, so it's gonna take forever. This is all water, and I think let's remove the seat. Let's move the seat back. Man, this thing can really go high up. By the way, we're gonna have to check all of the vapor barriers behind the door panels as well, because there's a lot of moisture here on the door seal. And I just noticed this as well. Cracked paint on this door, so the paint on this car is like complete shit. It's completely f***ed. Well, this is moldy as well. This car as it sits now is a biohazard. The whole carpet needs to come out. It's wet here in the back as well. Gotta unbolt the seat belt. You know how a seat normally has one connector? Well, this one has 17. And there's one wire that goes somewhere in the back of the seat, presumably for the TV. Well, isn't that magical? Where does this cable go now? Right, there it is. Yeah, they used glue for this. Now, should be able to get the seat out. Oh no, sorry, there's another zip tie. Gotta try and protect the leather. What do you think? Will the seat be heavy? Okay, we mustn't scratch anything. It's heavy, it is heavy. Put it down. That was easy. Let's get this carpet all the way up. There we go. Voila, and we have rust. Fortunately, it's bad news for the Bentley. So that's just a tiny bit of rust over there. That's nothing. It looks surface. Everything in the front is clean, but this is just, there's so much water. That's not good at all. But this does not look good. So this is where the water would normally drain, but there's this rubber plug. So it's collecting there and just rusting out the metal. I think I can push it through down there. Yeah. So that's not good. We need to dry this thoroughly and see if we can clean up this metal here. The carpet in the back is not wet, but I can see underneath a bit of wetness. So probably vapors and stuff were going that way as well. Let's do a poke test. Oh man, that's solid. I think this is salvageable. Screwdriver is not going through. Just need to remove this rusty layer on the top, clean this up, and hopefully it'll be fine. That's some good metal, VW. Okay, the sunroof drain on the driver's side. Let's first start by expanding the hole so it can properly relieve itself. Yeah, I think that'll do. So I guess let's test that drain. The good news is that this side of the car is bone dry. It's not wet at all, like anywhere. And the rear part of the carpet as well, dry, not wet. So that's indeed very good news. I just removed the A-pillar cover on the left side. It says Dresden over there, which is neat. But more importantly, look at that pipe, the drain pipe. It was crushed, smashed together. And I believe this was done from the factory. It didn't look like this cover was ever off. So this was sitting like that, and then this pressed up against the pipe, which means that this drain never worked efficiently from day one. It's still drained, but like this part here is fully squished. I'm gonna try and heat this up, see if we can kind of bend it back into shape. But let's see what's hiding down there, if this one is leaking as well. Let's follow the blue pipe. So same type. No, this one doesn't have the same type of connection. See, it doesn't have that extension, that sleeve. Anyway, it does not look like it's been leaking here. But let's pour some water and see. Something coming out there. Yes, so this one is draining properly. This one wasn't clogged. And by the way, now it's draining underneath of the car. Okay, I'm gonna pour lots of water at once. See how efficiently this one drains. Yeah, this one drains nicely. And it's not leaking in the interior whatsoever. Given that the interior is not wet, this one is obviously working. But we need to fix that kink. Have a heat gun here. Let's see if we can reform this hose. I think that's progress. That's good. So it looks like it slipped out of this clip here. That's why I got smashed. Okay, I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but it's about 80 to 90% where it needs to be, and it's not smashed together. It's round. It's gonna float just nicely. So this is now clipped in there. Let's do a zip tie. Okay, let's test it. Is it faster? Is it flowing better? Yeah, it looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good. Okay, I'm pouring a lot now. Yeah, that's flowing beautifully. Great! That drain is fully functional.
In case you're curious if drain cleaner is safe for rubber connections and O-rings, well, so was I. So I tested it. After letting it sit for a while,
that's not even a little bit deformed. So, Drano is safe on rubber. Fixing a Bentley and testing drain cleaning products? If you didn't subscribe by now, you should, because where else are you gonna find such riveting content? Actually, the whole carpet comes out rather easily. Would you look at that? There you have it. I got the front carpet out. It was actually pretty easy. It just tucks in underneath of the center console and then on the side. And here's what we have. Thankfully, Volkswagen used nice thick metal, so no rust in this area. Just that spot there around the plug. In the back, we have a swimming pool as well. It's draining, as you can see. That one, I'd have to remove the rear seats to pull out that part of the carpet. So I think what I'm gonna do now is vacuum up the water, then close the windows and the sunroof and start blowing some hot air in there and get all of this nice and dry. Also, I found the spare Valerio key with an Audi logo, and I just tried it and it works. So it is from this car. I also found a credit card from the previous owner, so I can charge him for all of this. This looks good. It's not rusted through. This is totally savable. It's nice thick metal. We just need to clean this up.
I fired up the heater and started drying the area. Not too hot, as I don't want to shrink the leather or loosen up any glue.
I think I can pull out this carpet. It's still wet and it's been drying for about 3 days. So we need to get it out. Oh, I don't know if it goes across. Maybe it does. I don't know. If yes, then I can't remove it. But at least we can do this. Yeah, there's something pinching the carpet here. Ah, no water. You can see just how much water there is here. Absolutely ridiculous. Right. Now I can get the fan blowing directly into the carpet.
To seal that dumb sleeve extension, I went to the software store and got this. Roof repair sealant that's heavy duty, permanently elastic, adheres to damp surfaces, and even without primer, and it's waterproof in all conditions. I like the sound of that.
Now we just slide that pipe in, and this should permanently seal. There we are. The product says that it's waterproof instantly, but I'm gonna let it cure until tomorrow and then we're gonna give it a go. Right, it's the following day. Let's see if our fix worked and if this is tight, watertight. Would you look at that? The water is rushing out, but not dripping in the interior. I'd say that's fixed. Top tip there, if you need to repair sunroof drains, go to the software store and pick up this. Mem Gumdicht. It appears to be very strong. Not sponsored. So that's one dumb but serious issue fixed, relatively inexpensive and not that difficult, I must say. 12.5 European shillings for this, and 2.5 for whatever that other thing is called, Drano. Now on to the next issue, I guess. Now I'm gonna scan for all of the codes, clear them, and see what comes back. Okay, let's see what do we have. Transmission electronics, system voltage malfunction. That's probably related to the battery. Lots of codes, but most of these could be due to the battery. The battery was also disconnected, which means we don't have any codes in the DME. But now I want to go in the engine computer and see if we can monitor the live data for the exhaust gas temperature sensor. So, live data, temperatures. Right, unfortunately I can't find the live data in Autel for the exhaust gas temperature sensor. So I'm simply going to start the car and let's see how long it runs and if we get any codes. Right, sounds nice. I'm just gonna let it run and let's see if it shuts down on its own. The car is screaming at me and telling me that the brake fluid level is low, and that's because it is. So let's add some brake juice. I don't know if you have a leak somewhere, but I guess we'll find out. So I have .4 brake fluid. That's it's taking a lot of brake fluid. Okay, that's at max now. So let's monitor the situation. I turned the car off as I'm scanning for codes, but this looks like an oil dipstick. So let's see if we have oil. Should have probably checked that a long time ago. But this dipstick tube is falling apart. Look at the state of that. That's falling apart. Oh yeah, that's definitely not sealing. See? That's definitely not sealing properly. So we need new, whatever that is, cap, sleeve, or maybe the entire dipstick tube. Anyway, the oil level does have oil. I just looked this up and it's actually a common fault on these engines. This plastic tube falling apart and then you get air into the crankcase and that'll cause misfires. So this needs to be taken care of. From Bentley, you can only order the entire dipstick assembly, which is over 100 euros. But I just found that you can order from the UK, I believe, an upgrade part to replace this plastic with a metal part. And that should be a permanent fix for this issue. And best part, it's only 12 euros. So I'm gonna order that. We gotta do some ghetto fix for now. I don't want this engine to misfire. Okay, let's remove this entirely. There it is. So I think the dipstick will not fit now, right? Yep. The rubber won't seal. Piece of rubber hose. Well, there you have it. Fixed it for you, Bentley. Excellent. That'll work, because now this O-ring can seal up against the rubber hose. The diameter is perfect. As if there's nothing wrong with this vehicle, it purrs like a kitten. No sputter, no errors, no nothing. It just works now. Did I just fix it? No. Can be. Let's give it a bit of time. Found a leak here. I think this is hydraulic fluid and it's coming from this connection here. See if we can tighten it a bit more. Nope, that's as tight as it can be. So we need to look into this further. So the car has been running for about 19 minutes without shutting off on its own, but we have a slight issue. Yeah, that's good. Is it coolant? I don't know. Maybe it's windshield washer fluid. It doesn't feel like coolant. Woo! We have a slight coolant leak here. That's not it though. There's something leaking below. I don't know if it's the tank, and maybe that's why this doesn't feel like coolant. It's water. We gotta let it cool off. But the car runs. It runs beautifully actually. Has no more water in the interior. Well, it's still drying. So fixed. That just killed any chances of us driving this thing in this episode. So I gotta look into that, order some parts, and in the next one, we're gonna hit the road for the very first time in this behemoth and see if that electrical issue is fixed, if it comes back. I don't know. It'll probably come back. And then we need to look underneath and see what's lurking there. Rust, oil leaks. I don't know. It could be, there's still a lot to unpack here, you know? Oh no, stepped into a puddle. Anyway, so far, I like it. It's interesting, it's something new, and it's a W12 engine. I hope you like it as well, and I'll see you in the next one.